A pleasant morning to members of the media, and welcome to the weekly media brief of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. My name is Michael Jackman, Acting Assistant Superintendent, Corporate Communications Unit, and Public Information Officer for the TTPS. With me today is Inspector Acting Dale Arrindell of the Community Policing Secretariat, and he's here with you today to make a statement on the initiatives with regards to community policing in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Inspector.
Good morning to the media and those present. We're here to speak about the aspect of the importance of the police and the public's participation in building safer communities. The Community Policing Secretariat, to which I'm attached, in brief, is that arm of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service charged with the responsibility of improving the relationship between the public and the police. This is one of the many departments which falls under the purview of the Assistant Commissioner of Police with the responsibility for community relations. Other departments will include the TTPS band, Victim and Witness Support Unit, the Police Hospital, the Police Sports Club, and the 2nd Division Officers' Mess. The Community Policing Secretariat is charged with the management of the community policing units and the police youth clubs, but also provide other functions such as the planning of police military funerals, citizen-centered outreach programs, and the annual interfaith church service. You may ask, what is the major difference between community policing and traditional policing? Community policing is a philosophy and an organizational strategy that promotes new partnership between the police and the people. It is based on the premise that both the police and the community must work together to identify, prioritize, and solve contemporary problems such as crime, drugs, fear of crime, social and physical disorder, and overall neighborhood decay, with the goal of improving the overall quality of life in the area. On the other hand, traditional policing is at its core reactive in nature and has consistently demonstrated that without the aid of the general public and other stakeholders, crime and criminal activity will exponentially increase. In the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, a formalized community policing structure was introduced in the year 1996. Over the years, there has been a rise and fall in the level of prominence placed on this philosophy. But today, it has been found to be a great contributor to the reduction in crime, and in many quarters, the fear of crime, and as such is vehemently supported by the executive of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Understanding the concept led to the formation of community policing units, which today have been operationalized in all 9 police divisions in Trinidad and Tobago. Officers in these units promote an understanding of the role of the police in the community. They promote closer working relationships with the community and keep open lines of communication between the citizens and the police. They give leadership and support to activities in the community, help to develop and maintain trust among community groups, organizations, schools, and other stakeholders. Collaborate with all educational organizations to improve relations with youths, both in the school environment and the community. Assist communities to develop strategic interventions based on community needs. Assist in maintaining a positive image of the police service. Community policing seeks to address proactive measures to fight crime, and in so doing has developed a series of interventions to aid in various aspects of identified problems, such as the formation of police youth clubs. There are to date 129 registered police youth clubs in Trinidad and Tobago, with a membership of well over 11,000. Youth club members excel in many areas of their personal development, be it educational, spiritual, sport, and culture, etc., which impacts positively on community development. Highly recognized clubs will include the Superior Police Youth Club, St. James Police Youth Club, Roxborough Police Youth Club, and Couva Police Youth Club, just to name a few, and the many others controlled under the Interagency Task Force Hearts and Minds program. This crime-fighting initiative seeks to fight crime in the very mind of the youth today, being the adults of tomorrow, and is aligned with the old African adage that it takes a village to raise a child. And as such, the TTPS has embraced that saying from the institutional point and willingly partners with any other institution, be it governmental, non-governmental, faith-based, etc., in this drive. Victim and witness support. The Victim and Witness Support Unit aims to bridge the gap between the police and the victims and witnesses of crime. This unit has been established throughout Trinidad and Tobago and was tailored to meet the needs of victims and witnesses of crime through the following. 1, guidance through the criminal justice system, information on the progress of investigation, and liaison services with other support agencies. Among other services provided, both for the victim, witness, and their immediate family. The Child Protection Unit. This unit was developed in the year 2013 to deal specifically with issues related to children and operates in all 9 divisions. Though their main prime focus is the investigation of crime involving children, they also educate the public via lectures and demonstration on such matters, and are always willing to share such information. They collaborate their efforts and work closely with the Children's Authority. School Intervention Program. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service continues to strengthen its relationship with schools through its School Intervention Program. Community policing officers within the division visit schools on a regular basis, which allows us the opportunity to interact with both the student and staff population of the school. There are attached to the community policing units school liaison officers whose primary function is to pay specific attention to identified schools with the intent to address serious issues of unwanted behaviors. Information is shared via lectures, demonstration, one-on-one counseling or mediation, career fairs, and any other mutually agreed format. There are or have been for the year 2017, 10,744 school visits by community policing officers. Community outreach programs. This initiative goes directly to the prevailing issues at hand and takes the form of town meetings and station council meetings. Town meetings are held once per month by each division in different districts. At these meetings, it is not strange to see and to interact with the executive level of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, inclusive of the officer in charge of the particular division and other senior officers in charge of the individual station districts within that division. Members of the community are invited to speak out on the quality of service being provided or any other issue they may have. These meetings also allow citizens the opportunity to make suggestions on ways to improve the services offered by the TTPS. For the year 2017, there have been 108 town meetings in these throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Station council meetings. These councils comprises of the officer in charge of the station and recognized civilian members of the station district. This includes members of the religious bodies, business community, school supervisors, members of the Parent Teachers Association, village or community council representative, and representatives of other groups within the community, all interested in working together with the officer to identify the needs of the community and to develop and implement ways to address the issues that may arise. There have been approximately 300 of such meetings held throughout Trinidad and Tobago in the year 2017. In conclusion, if I may just indicate that community institutions are the first line of defense against disorder and crime. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service over the recent years has increased interest in how best to involve citizens in the development of strategies at both the micro and macro levels. Citizen-centered policing is one of the primary policing approaches adopted by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service in order to restore safety, security, and a feeling of well-being within the communities. Community policing is dynamic and is factored upon the needs of the community and the relevant interventions required to meet those needs. Collaboration is critical for the successful identification, planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of these and other not-mentioned interventions in order to improve the level of services offered. This can only be done by deepening the ties which bind us as we, together, strive to make every place in Trinidad and Tobago safe.